Hello and welcome. Today it is all about the big four. I want to have a look at the four large Lego sets that are available, all within roughly the same price mark. But first thing first, sorry about the backdrop and sorry about the sweat that you'll be seeing on my face. It is the hottest day of the year so far, and it is well into the 30s in here, well over that. So we will have a look at four large Lego sets that will make a perfect theme park display. So this whole monstrosity is supposed to be a theme park display. Four completely different sets. Whichever one you think is the best, going by the poll that will be running when this goes live, will be the next set that I will buy to add in to our display for a Lego live build series. And then when that's all done, we can then hunt it down with all the tiles and everything like that. First set I think will be the Ninjago markets. So I have got what you can't see behind me, I've got the Ninjago city, I've got the docks, and I've also got the original city as well. One I am missing so far is this. So all within the same price range. Roughly going to be, well, they're going to, I say, there or thereabouts the same brick count, but they won't be. There'll be thousands of pieces and points different. So 21 minifigures, 6,163 bricks, 2,500 insider points, and you get 21 minifigures with this. So we're just going to brush over all four sets. It's not going to be a massively long video because I am far too hot for that. Now, this makes sense for our Ninjago Downtown section. There's lots of different bits and pieces that we can do with that. But the only thing is that it is missing some sort of theme park aspect ride. So I've got a perfect shape with regards to the actual land, but I haven't got anything with regards to a ride. This is all it's like of our shopping complex. So as you can imagine what the docks and everything looks like. I don't know if I can try and create some sort of water for a water ride. Now this will link nicely to it in a second. As I go, I'll go through all the photos I'm talking. It will link nicely to a Monkey Kid set, which I think looks exactly like one of the Legoland rides. So this is the set. We'll go through all of the pictures, so I won't zoom in on all of them, but this is what we're talking about. Then from here, like I said, we will go over and have a look-see. Now, that, for some reason, I've never actually spotted. I didn't realise that these buildings rip away. He says I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time on this. I'm not too sure what's on the inside of that, but that looks intriguing to me. And obviously you can see the attachment pins down there at the bottom, so it's supposed to connect to the next one, but I have also heard that it doesn't work very well with regards to this bit up here and the bit at the top. And it does look, in my opinion, very, very empty compared to the other ones. You can see how many studs there are there. There's not much going on with regards, without the minifigures, it looks very bare compared to the other ones. However, as a standalone thing, I think it looks absolutely outstanding. And this one does come with some really, really nice minifigures as well. So you have all of these under here. As you can see, you've got some of the Ninjago characters. You've got the Detective Zane. And then you've got some just really nice bits and pieces going on. So I would imagine as a display piece, if you started to add in a lot of minifigures to this, I think you'd be well away with regards to just making it look really nice and smart. And then you can see just up and through there, you've got obviously the little lady with the ice cream. That is a little bit of a tribute to the dojo that comes with one of the other sets. So you do get the world's worst karate teacher, I do believe. And it's quite nice that you get this minifigure because I have seen the TV show and I know what he is all about. Quite cool looking little bakery. That is a really nice photo as well, so you can see them playing pool. Not 100% sure how big that room is. You can see you've got the lift for the wheelchair access, I do believe. And then you've got the new characters. So I did pick up the BAM minifigure wave for all of the Ninjago, and they were 5 to collect, I think, and you did have him in his Ninjago outfit as well. But you can see the size of it. It's a base plate and a half. It's a huge thing. So it's 51 centimeters or 20 inches. Tall as well, 45 or 18 inches, and it's 25 or 10 inches deep. So it is a nice looking set. Now remember, this is the next large set for a Lego Live series. When that series will start will be a different matter because, well, half the floor's missing at the moment. So it'll be a couple of weeks from now. There's still a little unboxing videos coming from smaller sets, but like a big thing like this, what I will want to start doing is doing a fortnightly or weekly live build with you guys and girls. And then when it's in, we can actually then tile all the flooring and everything like that. Now, all of that I think looks very, very smart. All those minifigures do look very, very good. So pick and choose which ones you think work. I do like... Where's he gone? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I do like that print on the one that's sweating. That's a cool little noodle bit, and you've got the chef. So you get some really nice detail within the original Ninjago city. And you can see there, look, it is supposed to connect with the gardens, which I do have behind me, and you have got that bit just on the outside. So there is any ideas with regards to what this can be apart from a shopping complex, or we cheat. And what I mean by cheating is I'd have to get them at the same time. I know. But this, yeah, we'll see. Is this now? I think we can get away with it. Is if I had this in the middle and we had all the water around it and had a queue line, I think this would work perfectly as basically a underwater ride that they've got as a walk-through aquarium in Germany, and they've got a walk-through in Billund, but they've got an underwater version in Dubai and in Windsor. And again, the price point of this I think is very, very good. So maybe with how long this might take, it might be worth me getting a slightly cheaper set first. So I said it would be the big four or more, and then potentially going for something along the lines of this. Get this built, but again, 2,364 pieces, 1,360 VIP points, or insider points. It's going to take a long time to get used to. But I do like this, so I think this would work well with all the Ninjago stuff. I think it's a very, very pretty looking set. I like the minifigures that comes with it. I love the dragon. But the problem is with regards to the spacing and things on the actual table, I don't know if I need to actually get this one before I get the market, because of the space that it is with regards to the shape that it does. But again, it is what it is. It's a nice looking thing. I do like the Monkey Kid range. I think it does look very, very smart. It doesn't look like it takes up too much stud space in depth. It's just a long looking thing. You get some really nice looking minifigures with it as well. And the fact that the front opens up and you can see all the fish in the front, it is perfect for what I need. And I think what we can have is just the Ninjago City is the theming. That's your ride. And then, as a lot of people have suggested, doing like custom maps and things. I wonder if I can get some tiles printed of some actual customization. I think that would look really, really smart. And then in each area will be its standalone area. Now, there are lots of other Monkey Kid sets that would work in this with regards to it being in that area. So if I click off this and just go back, the other set that would then you potentially get both instead of obviously getting the one. So this is the thing, trying to keep it to the same price, would be adding in the City of Lanterns. Now, we have spoken about this one before, but again, this would work as a ride. It's got a nice little Lego shop and everything just up at the top. It's a smart looking set. And again, you've got the crab with the little chef's hat on. The minifigures link very nicely with the Monkey Kid and the Ninjago. And I think it does look smart. So there is that option. So that's set number 2. Now, to take it up to the same price point, I think it is the parade. That's spelled completely wrong. No, there it is. New Year Parade. So this would be the third set. So you would get the 2 Ninjago, the 2 Monkey Kid sets, and this. They're thereabouts for the same price as the other one, so that's not too bad. And the reason why I like this one so much is because it has the Lego float on the back, which I think does look very, very smart. And then again, it comes through. But again, to be different and to save money, you could get the fish ride, and then you can have the lunar parade, which I think it makes sense having a nice parade maybe going around. And then at the same time, if it's going to be all water, and we literally connect the Ninjago City up and it's its own land up off the water, then this won't work because we won't actually have any space for it. So let us know. That's what the poll's here for. That's what you guys and girls are here for. But I do like the looks of that. I think it does look very, very smart. Potentially, again, it could be used somewhere else. But the minifigures, I think, do look very, very nice. You can see that you've got all the big heads that they put on and all the other little bits and pieces that go on. I think it looks smart. So that's that one area covered. We covered that. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible because it is so warm in here. We won't go over the Eiffel Tower in this one. I want to talk to you about that in a different one. Right, next, random lucky dip. Let's go for this. Now, the other section that we've got is all about roller coasters, because obviously it is a theme park. Behind me somewhere, I've got the red roller coaster. We have got the carousel. There is the Joker Manor with the track around it, but that's not in that area. and we've also got the 3-in-1 space ride. Now again, price point is there or thereabouts the same. Pieces, it's a lot less. It's 3,756, 2,760 VIP points. This has been on the radar for a long time. It's unusual because it is so tall. I don't think many people have it, but luckily I have got the roof space for it. And I think this would look very smart with the red roller coaster on the back. This would literally go straight in, and then it would just be all like a huge like adventure section, I guess, where we could try and just get some smaller bits and pieces in, because you could just fill it with all like the fairground stuff, and just have a big area right across the back, obviously going from left to right. And I think that would literally just be thrown in. There's not much else that would go with this that's out currently. That is the only problem. So what we'd have to do then is get a load of base plates and then just tart it up. This would be, though, where you'd have nice walks and you'd have the park benches as well. Because each land and each section, if you haven't noticed or watched any of the stuff that we've been doing or tried to do on the original lives, is it's all themed. So we've got a big superhero section where we've got all of the Marvel sets and all that kind of stuff. Star Wars section, we've got Harry Potter section, we've got a horror section, we've got the Rivendell set, which that needs to be put somewhere as well. So it's just trying to get everything in. But don't forget, whatever we start to build means that section will get priority, and we will start in that zone once the disaster has been sorted. I really have got a soft spot for this set. So that's why I want to do a poll, because I personally think it makes sense. Financially, it makes more sense getting the Monkey Kid sets, because obviously they're nice. This is the set that I've wanted the longest, so I want to get this first. Because I really like it, and I'm into all the theme park stuff. But everything makes sense to get. But I don't know if this makes sense to get first. I think it probably does. I think it looks really nice. Again, you've got all of these cool little minifigures and everything with it. You got to let me know. You got to let me know. It has done very well in all of the other polls, because I don't think many people have space for it. So that's the other thing I'd like to do with the lives, is because it's unusual and it gets people talking about it, or if you're sat on the fence. Loads of people got the Ninjago one, because they know what it's like and they love it. And obviously, if I got that, it would just be an interesting live series. And I think it'd be more interesting when we try and get that land sorted. This will have a shorter shelf life, because it's obviously going to be coming out sooner rather than later. But what else could you get with it? Because I don't think there is anything else. Now, there will be honourable mentions at the end. So we'll go straight into our honourable mentions now. I need to get one of these, because I need it to go with the new pirate set for a different land. So this is the other thing. When it comes into doing this, it's the kind of stuff that we're going to be doing. So I would get this, and oh my days, can't type. And come on. This at the same time, and then create a waterway underneath the roller coaster and raise the roller coaster up. And that would be half a table, and that's its own pirate land, because again, they have the pirate sections at every single Legoland theme park around the world. So that is something to consider, but that isn't in the big four or more. So that's something that we can consider. Space Roller Coaster is in. That's been built as that one, but you could easily build that one, because you've got the drop tower, and then I could have a whole land or section of just space, rather than having it all linked in together. Now, the other thing, going back to that loop roller coaster, is I could put it in a different land. So this could be within potentially a Jurassic Park section. We could just theme it up slightly differently. Let me know. But obviously, we've got to get the set first. And then we can figure out where it can go and what it could be used for. And then we can work on that area. So that is 2. Set number 3. It's a real big curveball, this one, because I was saying about unusual bits and pieces. You know where it's going to go with this. Straight into that shadow box. Again, price range, there or thereabouts. I think it's at the highest end of all of them. Piece count, just under 4,000. 7 minifigures, 2,760 points. This would go in our superhero section, and I would put the Joker Manor straight on top. I'd raise it up ever so slightly so you can still get the light through, and I would just keep it shut. I think that's what I would do with it, because I personally would like them to do a Superman version as a shadow box. Because if this is going to be the new thing that they're doing, like they've done with the football pitches, one by itself looks a little bit weird. But the second you get multiple of them, I think it will look nice. But the problem is I'm sat on the fence about this so much because I don't know if you're going to see it. I don't know if this would be a perfect live build. You start putting it together, and then the realization is that what you want to do with it is too dark. I end up having a nervous breakdown live because you've obviously got all these vents at the top that let the light in. Now, if I want to put something on top of it, how dark is it going to make it? That is problem number one. Problem number two is I don't know how bright the grey is. Now, they have changed their photos. We did go over this very, very quickly because I don't know what is correct. If you look at that video, look how light that grey is when it's going round. But then there, it looks like it's darker. So I don't know if they've just got very, very clever lighting because it's bugging me. You can see why it's bugging me because I have no idea. I'm just making sure there's no volume in that. No idea whatsoever which works because you can see just how dark the grey is there. You can see how dark that grey is all the way through. And then you come shuts and then it opens and then all of a sudden it's white. Now, have they got a studio light on the top of that? Because if I spent that amount of money and it was really dark, you lot would find it hilarious and I would, to be fair, just find it funny. But I do like all the Batman stuff, so it wouldn't be wasted. It would be used. Like I said, these are the 4 sets that there's other sets that would work possibly, but I'm coming from a theme park perspective that I like. Do like all the minifigures, even though some of them don't make sense because there's nowhere for them to really go. But you know, it is what it is. It's one of those. But I think it looks smart enough. It's got a lot of detail, and this is a very heavily researched set that I have done with obviously myself and then J Toy Collections UK. It's just one of those where if you spend that amount of time researching something, at what point do you get it? Now, obviously, I have picked up this. So or I've already got this, so that's something that would go with it. The other thing is that I don't get the shadow box and I just get the car, and then you've got the same type of car and you get the different Joker. And apart from that, there's not much else to go with it. Now, the other large one, I bet you can imagine what it's going to be. We will just type in Harry and see if his Potter comes up. Yeah, oh, it's not up there first. There it is. Right, so it's a perfect Universal set. I've got the Diagonal Alley. I've been on this ride at Universal. That's how it is. You do have the spinning track. Now, not that I'm bitter, but I was going to get this, and then I thought against it because of the floor. And now, the giveaway purchase that this thing comes with, bearing in mind it's still running at the time of this upload, it ran out days ago, and they haven't changed the giveaway. So all you get is a cheap polybag, which is fine, because obviously we always want free stuff. But everything else is the same, and a lot of the stuff from Harry Potter has sold out. So if I was to get this, I would wait potentially for double points because I need to justify spending that amount of money on something that is brand new because the points I think are less and the pieces are less than some of the others. So don't forget, I think the Ninjago was in the 6,000 price point piece point. And the Loop Roller Coaster was obviously that thing's just absolutely massive, but it was a little bit cheaper than this. So it's one of those where because there's no giveaways running at the moment, obviously it doesn't really matter. But if the poll went live and it was in the time frame, because this ends end of day tomorrow, but that giveaway, which was add-ons to this track, which I wish they sold separately, because I would have bought if they were 20 quid a pop, I would have got say 5 of them and added the track underneath because my plan was to raise the alleyway up so it all connected off this set and then have a proper Universal walkthrough attraction underneath it just like they have. But I can't, so I need to find one of those sets on the second-hand market and then order the pieces that they should have and then just make my own. So that's kind of put me off a little bit because it's technically 3 sets. So obviously the dragon goes on top. That's big, and you obviously dissect it up into different sections. But it does look nice. I think it does look very, very smart. But that's the big 4. Now the more big 4 or more. The other thing that's out the price point because it's too much money with regards to this battle. Now the castle. there is literally a sleeping dragon in this discussion, because this thing, the Lion Knight's Castle, never been on my radar at all, really. Apart from it is at every single Legoland theme park around the world, and it has got a dragon roller coaster. Now, if you just had this as the theming and then just built some track around it, just like a circular track, it didn't really make too much of a difference because up and down, whatever. That could be a possibility for a whole brand new section. And then obviously with potentially some other sets coming out sooner rather than later, that would be quite interesting, because there's a little pirates and then there's a little Viking. So they are going back to their original stuff. Now the original sets that they used to do back in the day were the stuff that were at the Legoland park. So we've got Harry Potter, which is at all the Universal parks. We've got this, which is at obviously the Legoland park. The Loop roller coaster is just crazy, and that's at every single theme park around the world. That thing, I mean, it would kill you if that was actually a real ride. So I need your input, basically. I need your input of what would work next. Now, with regards to other sections, I would like the Miniland back. So at some point, we'll have to start looking at all the architecture sets, but that'll be saved for a different discussion. Now, this was just supposed to be a short, sweet video. I don't think there's anything else that I've missed. If I have, let me know. The poll will be going live, or it will already be live for the 4 or more. Obviously, that the 5th one will be either the castle or it will be the Monkey Kid add-ons, depending on what we go for. But I don't think if we type in anything theme park related, we're gonna miss it. We've got the beach one from the Friends, but I've been to a water park, but they haven't really got the right stuff to set up a water park area at the moment, so that's not going to work. And all the other Friends stuff, I think, has there or thereabouts retired, so that's a no from the Friends. That is the red coaster. That's the one that's behind me. So that is what is in the collection. Imagine that one next to the loop coaster. And obviously we can just tart up all the green underneath it. I think it would look rather smart. You got Fun in the Park People Pack. I slept on that one. I got the NASA pack instead. So yeah, there's plenty potential. This is just an open discussion amongst yourselves of what would be entertaining for you lot to see on a Lego Life build, and it will just be built bit by bit by bit, sort of once a week or once a fortnight with you guys, and we can just use it as like a hub where you lot can speak together. As you can see, I'm slowly starting to change colour. I do have sweat pouring behind my knees, so that is how hot it is in here now. So before this laptop gets too hot, let us know what you think. Write it in the comments and do the poll if you've got times. That'd be massively appreciated. Final thoughts from me. Shadowbox is intriguing me because I don't know if it will work, and that's what I quite want to know. But at the same time, I think out of all of them, that's a set that's probably overpriced the most because of the license that they've had to pay. The castle would be the most work with regards to just doing like a whole new land and a whole new theme. The Harry Potter one would create a whole new basically land and world, because it would just be a proper full-blown mock. We can get all of the tiles in and we can do it all together with regards to how the track can go, and it'll be on 2 tiers, hence how we got some of the tables. So that's the kind of thing that I want to be looking for. And then obviously the loop roller coaster. Well, I go to all the theme parks around the world, Lego related and non, and it does make sense having it beside the red one, and then we can do comparison videos, and then it would basically be a custom mocking with regards to park benches. And I don't know if that would then lead us into maybe the Rivendell that we can use as a more of a picnic walk around area. If somebody can let me know how you can create a custom Lego mini golf course, 3 to 5 holes, let us know in the comments below, because I've got ideas around the Rivendell set for that as well. And again, it'd be more park benches, so maybe that could then lead into all of that. And then obviously the water side of things would be the Ninjago set, and that would be just literally done, and the land's basically almost complete, and then we just have to get the Monkey Kid sets in, just tie it down with a little bit of water, because of how all the walkways connect. There's no tiling, it's already done. So let us know. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. But as always, I am now starting to waffle. I am intrigued to know what you guys and girls think, what you guys and girls obviously got, but obviously what would you like to see built if you're sat on the fence as well. But guys, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Input in the comment section below. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care and I hope to catch you in the next one. Ta-da.